Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing day 2, leading up to the return of The Walking Dead Season 5 with the mid-season premiere, the second half premiere, which is episode 9. This one's going to be the second throwback review. We're going to be doing 7 Days of Dead, 7 days straight of throwback reviews for some of the best episodes of The Walking Dead, which I have not done throwbacks for recently. In this one, we're going to be doing The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 12, which was called Better Angels. Yesterday we did 18 Miles Out, so if you guys missed that, you want to check it out, feel free to click the channel name and watch it in the channel. Let's do it.
7 Days of Death.
Okay, so spoiler warning if you haven't seen this episode yet. So it's been a while since I've checked out these episodes, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and do throwback reviews for these in particular, because it's been a while since I've actually sat through and watched the whole episode. I've gone through them quickly, certain parts of them, but I haven't actually sat through and watched every minute of the episode like I'm doing for these throwback reviews. So we've got 5 more to do after this one. So this, of course, is going to be Better Angels, and we did 18 Miles Out. Then we're going to do Beside the Dying Fire tomorrow, and then the next day we'll do Killer Within, getting into Season 3. We'll do Clear, Welcome to the Tombs, and then 30 Days Without an Accident, which is the premiere for Season 4. So this episode is a really special episode, I would say, in the Walking Dead television series. This one has the most intense ending of any episode I can think of from the entire series. Everything. Every episode after watching it, just now, seeing the final, showdown between Shane and Rick, it is intense. It's really intense, and I don't think we've had anything in the series that is quite as intense as this. Really kind of slow, and Shane pulls out the gun. He's aiming at Rick, and he tells him to draw his gun. He starts talking smack to him, trying to get him to draw so that they can kind of go out in a shoot him up type situation. But Rick refuses to do it and tells him he's going to have to kill an unarmed man. So, of course, you guys know how it all ends. You know what happens at the end of the episode. We obviously have Rick, who stabs Shane, is forced to do it, tells him that this is you, not me, kills Shane, and then afterwards we have the shots going off. You have Carl, who shoots zombie Shane, and then you have all the walkers in that herd that was nearby that heard the gunshot start to walk towards Rick and Carl. So this one is it's a huge turning point in the series, and it really, the show with The Walking Dead, of course, is always changing, constantly changing. We never spend too much time, I feel like, with a particular set of characters. It's always changing. Season to season, you have different characters coming into the show, different characters going out, and although you'll have your certain kind of A-listers that are kind of always there, or survivors that survive through the long run, we do have characters like Shane where they get a huge concentration and then, don't survive it out through the season. So some things I didn't remember about the episode upon watching it again. One of my favorite parts of the episode, probably the most memorable or the one that would be most important to remember, is when you have Shane, he's setting up kind of like an outpost or a watchtower type thing in a windmill, and then Lori goes out to talk to him, and she's actually basically saying thank you to him, but she tells him that she doesn't know whose baby it is, right? And that's something that we've never really, in the television series, had concretely answered for us one way or another. And it really could still go either way, whether or not it's Rick's baby or Shane's is Judith. The comic book series, and I've talked about this before, it's pretty clear to me, reading the comic book series, that that's Shane's baby. The TV series version, I don't know, it's not as easy to tell. If you want to think that it's the same as the comic books, then it would be Shane's, although the timing for the TV series makes sense that it could also be Rick's. So it's kind of a hard to say type situation. But that moment right there when she tells him that is really the part where you can see, great acting by John Berthel all the way throughout the episode, of course. And he kind of looks at her, and you see him get all teary-eyed, and you see a shift in him that he realizes that, if Rick's out of the picture, or at least he has the hope that if Rick's out of the picture, then he'll be able to be with Lori and his baby and Carl. So, and also lead the group, which he was doing initially, even though it wasn't always going well, and beating the crap out of Ed and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so man, just such an intense ending for such a long build-up. I mean, you have the build-up all the way from the beginning of the series, and you have a really strange transformation in Shane. That's something that I can't quite think of another type of movie or something where you see that kind of character transformation where there isn't an outside threat, but the threat to the group and to Rick comes from within the group itself. And it's a really weird shift to how it happens, and it's really intense to watch. You see Shane, he looks at Randall inside the the little barn thing they were holding him in, and he's kind of like he's got his mouth open, and he's acting a lot like a walker, kind of, and he's like slapping himself and stuff, and trying to, I guess, work up to maybe shoot him, and then he maybe thinks about it, realizes they're going to hear the shot. It's not, how's that going to go, and he's kind of battling in his mind and planning out all of the steps that he's going to take as he goes through it. It was a pretty, I guess it was a fairly smart plan to separate Rick from the others, and I'd be interested to see how the series would go if Shane would have actually killed Rick at that moment when he was able to separate him from the rest of the group, and if he was actually able to pull the trigger, even though he still cares enough about Rick that even though it comes all the way to that, he's not able to actually shoot him. He's not able to actually kill him, pull the trigger. So in terms of the episode, I mean, aside from that, we get a great intro. You get to see an awesome pitchfork kill from Andrea. She stabs a zombie up through like the bottom of the neck and everything with an awesome pitchfork kill. There's a cool montage. There's a few scenes that kind of remind us of Dale, who died the episode prior. And so just all around, I mean, Better Angels is one of the best of the whole series. It's like there's certain episodes in The Walking Dead that you could probably skip and you'd be okay. But I mean, you shouldn't skip any. But if you had to, you could probably skip a few here and there, and you'd be all right. You'd still understand the story. You'd still be right in there. But this is one of those like crucial episodes where you have that huge death in the series that changes the outcome of the entire rest of the show from where it was at previous, with the death of Shane as a character and sort of Rick 100% taking over as our main focus character for a while anyway, and that he is the lead in the show. Because for a while there in this season, at least me watching it, I almost got a little confused. Like, yes, it's Rick, obviously we follow him from the beginning, but Shane is getting so much focus and so much time. It almost feels like maybe it's kind of his show too. You know what I mean? How it kind of makes you feel that way, and then it goes back to Rick as it would be. So really awesome episode. The most intense ever, probably. As a throwback score, this one stands the test of time very well. It's still one of the absolute best in The Walking Dead. It feels way different from where the series is at now and how the series feels now, where you have a lot more of concentration on the whole group, a lot more things happening, different villains and stuff like that happening in the show with different amounts of zombies and all kinds of different stuff. And then in this one, you have such a focus on a small core group and the characters and the change and such an important focus on the actors and their ability to really drive the story, and they do it. And this episode for me is an unforgettable one. It's one of the most important in the entire series. So I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 in terms of the throwback score. It's still amazing to watch even until now. It's still so intense to see, and especially the ending scene. It's just, man, Better Angels is an amazing episode. Absolutely amazing. So let me know what you guys think about this episode if you haven't seen it for a while. Let me know what you think about the throwbacks. And, of course, excited for the return of The Walking Dead Season 5 this upcoming Sunday. And, of course, reviews will be there as usual. Just wanted to do something special leading up to it, which is why I'm doing these throwback reviews. So I guess I'll wrap it up pretty much with that. If you guys want to watch these with me day by day and then watch the reviews after, feel free. Get amped for the season. Get ready. Kind of like a preview. You get to see, how AMC, they air a lot of the older episodes. They marathon it through. They've done it so many times now. It's crazy. Just to kind of add to it, I felt like, let's just do some fun. Talk about some of the most memorable episodes in the series. this one is near the top of that list for sure. Huge episode. Let me know what you guys thought about Shane, what you thought about Better Angels, and how excited you are for the upcoming return. If you like the video, please do me a favor. Please thumb it up below. Tomorrow we do Beside the Dying Fire, and share it, favorite it. That's it for this one, guys. If you're new to the channel, you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. See you tomorrow. As always, it's Trev. Same peace.